what is your name?
My name is Lathan Nelson.
Nice to meet you, Nelson.
Good to meet you too.
First question. How would you define a fad? Why do you think they matter in a language?
Well, for me, how I would describe a fad. For me, a fad has, it has algunos, pardon, it has some limiters, I would say. Some limiters of like age and also some limiters of just time in general. A fad is something, at least for me, a fad is something short. It's something that not everybody knows and only a certain age group knows, and also like it doesn't stick very long.
Oh,
And well, it matters in a language, at least to me, because it adds more expression in the language. It's easier to communicate with these fads as long as other people know these fads. But yeah.
oh, excellent. What are some of the most common idioms in your language?
The most common idioms. It's raining cats and dogs. It's a piece of cake. I could eat a horse. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Trying to think of any. Yeah, there's. Yeah.
Very well, very well. Do you remember the first time you hear a fad and didn't understand its meaning?
There's been a couple times. I'm not super big on social media, and so I miss a lot of the memes, the jokes. But I think one of the first ones that I heard was that's cap. And at first I really didn't understand what it is. A cap is like a bottle cap or something. But as I asked my friends, as I talked with them, and as like people use it more, I was able to understand that cap means kind of like it's a lie, like that's lying. And more it's a joke. But it definitely took me a while to understand it because I had to like use context clues and use all that to understand it.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that idioms enrich language or make it more confusing?
I think it could be a little bit of both. I think for native speakers, it makes it more enriching. A lot of times, there are idioms that you could say that perfectly convey the point across, but if you don't know the idiom, if somebody doesn't know it, well then it makes it really confusing to understand. And like I'm learning Spanish right now, and I've seen that too. There are some idioms that I just have no idea in Spanish, and it makes it confusing. But to those who speak the language, or to those who speak English, it makes things more clear. So I think it could be a little bit of both, depending on the context and also the knowledge of the people who use them.
Thank you. Finished question. How would you describe the difference between a fad and correction, a fad and a saying?
A fad, like I was saying before, is limited. There's only a couple. A fad is more limited to a generation, a certain type of people, or it's limited to a certain time period. And so, at least for me and my generation, there are some fads that I could say that some grandpas wouldn't know, some other people older wouldn't know, some people who study in different schools wouldn't know. But at least a saying is everybody knows, or generally everybody knows. It's more well-rounded, it transcends time, it transcends age, and it's something added into the English language. A fad is more, I want to say, just something a little bit outside the language.
Oh, thank you. Finished question.